Welcome to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus 2. The demo for this game just dropped, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a playthrough on it. Now, I'll probably keep the commentary to a minimum. I'll chip in here and there, but I'll show you everything, including all of the cutscenes. Now, I will chapter it all up too, so if you just want to see the battles, you'll be able to skip to that. If you just want to see the Necrons as opposed to the Mechanicus, I'll have all that labeled for you too. But let's go ahead and jump in. We're gonna keep it normal difficulty. We'll go ahead and skip all the tutorials, and let's just see what the game looks like.
I can confirm the presence of Xenos structures.
Dead Inquisitor Scaveroller, your objective is to explore and catalog any Xenos artifacts and report back to the Omnisynod.
Such a shame to finally find what I have sought and not bring anything back.
Limit your activities to observation. Our Forge world is young. We would know what has been here before. Only then can this region be consecrated to the Omnisire and its bounties exploited.
Of course, Prime Hermeticon. My maniple will locate an entrance to the underground structure. Let us venture deeper. There is always so much under the surface for the taking. A door left open for us. Perhaps seismic activity has opened it. Excavation Maniple Eta 7. Scout ahead. Secure the entrance. These ruins belie the much larger structure beneath. There is much here I find familiar. Xenos, my hypothesis holds true. The day will not be wasted after all.
And we're in. So it's turn-based tactics. Now, on our turn, any of our units can go. So we can just pick which unit we want to use. The enemy, from what I've found, is going to be specific, although it doesn't always tell you which enemy is which until they go for the first time, and then you'll actually be able to see it. Necrons can respawn, and this guy will respawn in 3 turns unless I damage him. So pretty basic. Yeah, let's go ahead and play. What are the best tactics and the units? I mean, who knows? The demo just dropped, so we're just gonna play through it and have some fun and see how this goes. Let's start with ranged. And right back to us. I mean, the art style, everything about the game, the voice acting is absolutely awesome, so I love it so far. Let's end our turn. they're gonna need hotkeys for sure. So like down here, this should be like M for move, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 and 6, depending on whatever these moves are. But you kind of have to manually click everything as far as I can find. So that's something you want to hotkey this up for sure, because you want to be able to go pretty fast through all this. This is your leader unit. The game's focused around that as far as I can tell. And if your leader dies, then the battle ends. But otherwise, you can kind of sacrifice your units. You don't necessarily want to, because there is mechanics where they carry over from one battle to the other. I have noticed, like I played a little bit of this just to get a feel of it, and I noticed that when I switched over to the next battle, any damage some of my units had sustained earlier carried over to that next battle. So you do want to be careful of that. So cognition, okay, so that's like a special resource that they gain. They gain cognition as they go, and then you can spend those cognition points to do certain things. So let's go ahead. If I move a little bit, I can move a little bit further and spend one of the cognition points to do it. And then we can kill this guy, hopefully. Yeah. The game runs well and plays well, though. I'm really happy so far with it. All right, let's charge up. Oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to these guys. I don't want him getting hit before I can make it to him, so let's just have you go here. Hopefully if I go far enough over, he won't be able to charge over to him. Although I probably should have just shot the guy, but it's okay. Oh yeah, so I gain cognition. Okay, I think there's certain things that your units can do that will give you points as they're fighting, and then you can spend them. Okay, awesome. So he can go all the way, or she can go all the way up here, and we'll take out this guy. Now I can probably still go. I might be able to take him out. Beautiful. And then you can hit tab. Everybody's already gone though, so I don't have any more units that are left, but you can tab through your units. All right, let's have you go this way and chill out since there's nothing else you can do. He's gonna go. Oh, nice, my guy lived. All right, you go first. Let's see if you can kill him because he goes next. Perfect.
That is the last of them. An emergency? What is the servitor's status? Report. Then we shall have to see it for ourselves. Servitor 997 Gamma. Satisfactory. Evidently was for where?
Okay, and when you go room to room, you can make decisions. Those decisions will have consequences. Obviously, this time, I think it's just showing us that you're able to do this. So it wants us to repair. I think when you get to choices, it'll have repair or do this or do that, and you'll have different consequences depending on the action. It almost functions like a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. You'll notice, like she wandered into the next room and then something happened in that room. It's almost like the dungeon master will tell you what's going on and then you decide what happened. So it really functions as a sit-down tabletop kind of game on your computer, which is really cool.
The servitor's logic circuits were burned out and the gyro sextant misaligned. These have been corrected. Report on its status. It will have to suffice.
Access condition, attempt any necessary repairs. Oh, okay, it's just telling me, okay, I repaired. These are the consequences of the action that I took. We only had the one choice, obviously, but we get a new servitor, which is pretty cool.
This one is damaged. Its machine code generator must be malfunctioning. Servitor, engage low Gothic speech mode. Good. I would scour this place for its secrets, but it is unwise to tarry. Survey our immediate surroundings and report. The mechanics of fate have put a door in our path. Surely the Omnisire wills us to delve further.
And on to the next room. Okay, so now we get an actual choice here. So Xenos technology and the gateway's unresponsive, decide how to proceed. So subtlety, which means we'll try to do it, finding, examining locking mechanisms, and hope to operate it, or just be aggressive. I kind of feel like we would be subtle, right?
A modulated current applied to the locking components should produce results. And it opens. There is no obstacle that will not melt away before a sufficiently cunning application of knowledge.
All right, so that was our choice. It told us the result, and then we can continue. The door opened.
Excavation maniple 8 to 7, and mostly intact. Servo skull, find us a way back to the surface.
For an eternity, we slumbered. And as we slept, we dreamed of half-remembered lives and new forms of cold metal and hate, of shackles broken and gods humbled, of the empire that was ours and the galaxy that bowed to us. From her slumber awoke Nefershah, our guard to the Pharaon Sankotep. Nefershah, she who was to decide the fate of Kivroth.
Memories. Biotransference. The cold of the great sleep. I have dreamed, but now I wake.
The weight of eons lay on the tomb of Nefershah. The Vargard knew her slumber had been a long one, but there was no telling how long.
There is no time to wallow in our past. I am the hand of the Pharaon. I am the Vargard to Sankotep. My duties are to the throne. Cryptek Kynox, attend to me.
But I was not there. Nefershah found herself faced with alien intruders. She regarded the creatures with as much mild curiosity as anger. They appeared partially biological and carried weapons of strange and inefficient design. They moved to attack, but Nefershah gave no quarter.
Only the ignorant would despoil the tomb of a Pharaon's Vargard. For that ignorance, I am the punishment.
All right, so it moves us over. So now we're gonna do the Necrons, and it looks like the first thing I need to do, Necrons are more or less immortal, and so I can arise. So these are basically space undead. So let's use this first. And should raise these two up. Okay, perfect. And then she's gonna move forward. She's mostly melee though, so I don't think I can get... Yeah, I can't attack anybody this round. But that gets us a couple of recruits, and we go from there. Now, if the enemy had damaged them before I resurrected them, then they would have been gone for good. All right, so what I want to do is I kind of want to get some... Can I move far enough to shoot? And I don't think I can. All right, so I want to avoid attack of opportunities. So let's just let him do some damage. I think I'm gonna lose him, but that's okay. We'll damage some folks in the meantime. Like I said, what are the best tactics? It's hard to say. And Necrons are extremely slow. Yep, he's down. They were a good distraction for now. Yeah, that's my range. Still way out of range though, probably one more turn to move. So they're gonna get some attacks in on me. Well, maybe not. Okay, that's us, so we got some more people in. Ah. Can I get them both? Oh yes, you see, there's an area of effect for her. Perfect. We'll do a charge. That gets rid of him. Okay, awesome. Really? Not getting good rolls. Yeah, he can't... Okay, so it does show you the range. Yep, and we can see these guys, they're all grayed out because I've already used them. Otherwise, I'd be able to tab through each one of them and pick the one that I want. Alright, you two are gonna keep him busy. And then we go to a new round. And once the new round starts, then everything resets and we can start all over again. I think, alright, so it's me twice. I kind of feel like they won't be able to kill him. But let's give it a shot. Yeah, they're only doing one. Okay. And then Dominion is stacking up here. That's a resource that I can use for the Necrons. All the details on what it does, I don't know that yet. All right, so let's skip that, go to the next one. Okay, so now that he's actually moved, so he'll go next. So let's give it a shot and see if we can actually kill him before he does. No, it's not gonna happen. Well, we finally rolled a not one, which is nice. Oh, he tried to move. Nice, that was an attack of opportunity. Okay, perfect. And then this should do it. I'm curious to see if the damage carries over on my main character.
The tomb of Nevershah was extensive, and its observation protocols long dormant. Until they were fully activated, the Varguard had to seek her cryptic advisor alone.
These unworthy trespassers must not be permitted to become troublesome. And still, Kynox is not present. My cryptech should be in attendance.
Alright, so we get to make a choice here. Decide on the approach to either go in haste or with caution. Let's see here. Opt to locate as quickly as possible, heedless of the danger. Nefershah. Wary that she may have been awoken by presence of danger and troop proceeds with caution. Let's go caution. And no consequences, okay. Alright, so we are... Nope, still with the Necron. I thought it switched over to Mechanicus, but we did not. Alright, so we encountered some new people, and then this is an engineer. Okay, so it's our turn. So we have to deploy. And then it looks like there's specific deployment spots. Let's do this. Let's put these guys a little ways back. But I do want them engaging as quickly as possible, so hopefully we can get to... Alright, that'll work. And then she's good right there. And no, her damage didn't carry over. Okay, no, everybody seems fine. Alright, cool. Okay, so this is us. I think what we'll do... We'll get a few shots off first. Oh yeah, look at that. Now we're actually rolling. That hurt. Do I want to use him? Or do I want to finish this guy off? Am I able to move? I can. Okay, yeah, so I can get way up here. I'd like to be in their face as quickly as possible. I probably should have used... I probably should have used my first turn to use raise with her, and that would have raised the other guy, and then he wouldn't be gone permanently at this point, so... Anyway, life goes on though. Let's see, so it's still our turn. If I move, will that put me in range? It will. Oh, that's beautiful. Now he has a different type of weapon. Okay, he's got a Gauze Reaper. Looks like maybe it does more damage. But if I move a little forward, I should be able to shoot him in the back. There we go, that's nice. The audio and sound effects are satisfying in this game for sure. Okay, so the only two that I have left are these. She's not going to be able to really get engaged if I move this turn anyway. So let's move him forward. That way I can hopefully get some melee going on next round, because somebody goes next that hasn't gone yet. It might be him. See how he's got the question mark there? Anyway, we'll find out in a second. Yep. Oh, wow, he gets to go. Okay, so he can use multiple abilities. All right, they're all grayed out. We still haven't gotten to the end of the round yet. They actually are very careful to kill all of these guys. They prioritize the corpses. Which, I guess that makes sense, right? I don't think I would be able to hit. Like, this is a charge attack. No, because he'll charge to here and then he'll attack, so that would miss. So there's no point in getting all the way up there. Although I could use this as a movement ability. We'll save it for now. Everybody seems to bypass my shield, that's for sure. All right, so now let's go after this engineer a bit. Maybe we'll move up a little. That way he can have, yeah, so now he'll have line of sight to both. So I can go either direction. But let's chip away at him. So his shield is gone and we've gotten to his hit points once. Oh, forgot to end the turn. Yeah, so everybody's active. Let's move him up. And let's get a shot off on this fella here. Yeah, he's gonna be tough to beat. Can I get there? I can, so both of them can get there. Now, he might have an AoE and wipe both of them out, so this might be a stupid move, but we'll find out. Now, will he prioritize it? Yep, he did. Yeah, so he's gonna get, if I move, it's got a red box there, so it looks like if I move at all, he's gonna have an attack of opportunity. But I do wanna reposition a little bit. So if I go here to this side, then I should be able to engage with him and then get a little bit closer to this ranged unit. But I still can't charge there. And then raise, I don't have anybody that I can actually raise. I don't know if I managed this battle very well or not, but we'll find out. All right, so we should be able to take out the engineer at this point, because I have the next 2 turns. He goes next. So let's do this, just so he doesn't get a turn off. Let's head over and let's melee him. Then we'll use this charge. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, he's gonna get a shot off. That kind of sucks. Yeah, and there's nobody to raise. Oh, nice. It gave me an attack of opportunity because he was moving around. That's kind of dumb. Maybe he can't shoot. Well, anyway. What are advanced tactics? Who knows? There we go.
Cryptek, are you damaged?
Nothing that cannot be attended to later, Honored Vargard.
Good. Attend upon me, Kynox. What has caused this interruption to the Great Sleep?
The Toll's observation routines have deteriorated over time. Their data is incomplete.
How long has it been?
More than a quarter turn of the galactic plane. Many stars will have bled and died since we last looked to the heavens, Honored Vargard.
I see. Then, for all its sacrifices, immortality is undimmed.
The partial data indicates more biological entities are inside the tomb. Some warriors were roused in response, but they were destroyed.
So, we have an infestation of these vermin. The first of my duties is to see them exterminated. I shall attend to the security of my stasis crypt first, then drive them from the tomb.
And it switches us back to the
We are still
Mechanicus.
missing Engine Seer Devos. It would be logical to rescue him if he yet lives. And though an escape route is the highest priority, it would be an unforgivable waste to squander this opportunity to examine a Necron tomb. I lost treasures beyond enumeration to the exterminators at Silver Tenebris. The wantonness, the waste. I will permit no such tragedy here. Less than useful. Should we come across Davos, all the better. But for now, I must determine the best route through this labyrinth myself.
Okay, so we get two choices here. Topographical stand indicates structure extends in all directions. Allied life signs nil, so examine, watch for any intelligence technically be acquired while exploring the tomb, or expediency, ignore information. Why would the Mechanicus ever ignore information for any reason? So yeah, let's examine.
The tomb is no mere dead structure. Something stirs here, even if it sleeps. The circumspect approach was clearly the correct one. Thus, the pursuit of knowledge is always rewarded.
Told you. Okay, so that tells us the consequence, and fewer enemies. So next battle, fewer enemies will spawn.
More resistance. The tomb is not merely defended by dregs and stragglers. It is awakening.
All right, so now we are back to the Mechanicus and we're in a deploy phase. So I think we'll call this part 1 and then we'll do a part 2, and part 2 will be the rest of the demos. A few more battles left in this demo, but this gives you a pretty good indication. So it gives us a look at the Necrons, and it gives us a look at the Mechanicus, and it kind of goes through and shows us the level of quality they have in the voice acting, which so far is absolutely awesome. Like, I'm really excited for this game. So hope you guys liked the first look at it, at the demo. You can download it for free on Steam, and just so you know, this weekend, I think, what is today? Today is the October 3rd, so I think it goes through the 6th, I believe. Every single Warhammer game on Steam, and a ton of other games, are on sale right now. So if there's any of these you're interested in, take a look. I think the Mechanicus 1, like the very original game of this from maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, is about $4 or $5 right now. So yeah, that's something. If you like this, maybe have a look at that. But anyway, I'll do the rest of this in a part 2. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.